Now, an important question that we need to ask ourselves is what kind of skills are going to keep us relevant in the job market. Now, if I look at, so I'm going to distribute this in two different time frames, and this is something, it is my personal intention. I want you guys to know what is about to happen in 2025 and what you can expect to happen by 2030 so that you can prepare better, stronger, and on a stronger foothold be able to enter the job market as a freelancer or as an entrepreneur or as an intrapreneur. You need to figure out what is that thing that is going to keep you going. From a short-term perspective, which is 2025, there are some few must-have skills, okay? Number one is AI literacy and automation. You need to learn how to use AI efficiently. Now, if you are already using ChatGPT, some of the other tools of AI, maybe some of your companies have already adopted AI into their platforms, into the daily communications. You are already probably seeing there's a lot of efficiency coming in at work. Start learning more, guys. Start logging into these platforms. Most of these AIs have a 14-day trial period or some days 1 week of trial period. Go into these platforms and start learning. It's really important for us to rewire our brain, which is hardwired for, complacency, hardwired for comfort. So start unsettling yourself and start learning. This is really important. Now, digital marketing and social media is going to be one of the most in-demand skills in the coming future. And that future is not 1 year out, guys. That future is already here, if you ask me. AI is going to be enhancing a lot of content creation, but strategy is always going to be very human. Now, AI can give you some kind of a content, but you need to figure this out, right? So like when few days back, when I was planning this episode and I was talking to ChatGPT and asking what are the things which are important for us to stay relevant, ChatGPT ended up giving me suggestion for 2030. So I said, no, 2030 is already very, very far out. Give me something on a short term, because 2030 is already probably a totally revamped workspace, a totally revamped career for all of us. You could be looking at a career which you have never thought of you would be doing, like I am sitting in front of you and recording and doing a podcast today. So everything is going to be changing in many spaces, and personal branding is going to be the front runner in all of this. So you need to figure out a way to start doing personal branding and creating influence. Now, across many industries that I have worked in, from education to hotels, I have seen many of the professionals end up staying in that same career space and become so comfortable in these jobs, in these particular industries. They feel they are the leaders in these industries, but have no clue of what's happening in the other side of the world. So all of you who have spent few years or just getting started in your careers, or are already 15-20 years down the line and really ready to revamp your careers, this is the time to start your personal branding. Your personal branding in your current line of work, which could be any particular industry, is good, fine, but you need to also figure out another dimension of networking which is going on in the digital space, guys. Now, AI can generate content, but it cannot build trust. This is something we all need to understand. While we are building a lot of content, we will be talking to a lot of people about what we are doing through our content creation across. But the only thing which is ultimately going to build networks and have warmth in, two people getting to know each other is going to be that human bonding, the human trust, which is going to play a very, very important role. Now, if I were to compare this to a 2030, which is going to be a long-term thing, and now when I talk about long-term, these are going to be irreplaceable skills, guys. So there is something really, really important that we have to now start preparing for is critical thinking and problem solving. Now, I'm very happy to see certain curriculums around the globe, like International Baccalaureate, which students are exposed to in school time, which talks about critical thinking skills and problem solving skills. There are many curriculums which do not have that, in an extensive way. Now, it is really important that we start figuring out how we can develop critical thinking skills and problem solving skills, because in the coming future, there will be a lot of AI, maybe that is going to be solving a lot of problem. But ultimately, a human being's, that final touch is going to be very human, and it will make all the difference. And that is how we can curate the world that we are going to move into in a beautiful direction, so that everybody is protected and everybody is learning, everybody is thriving in spite of a huge overhaul which is going to happen in the career spaces. So by 2030, long-term irreplaceable skills are going to be the norm. Most of the times we think that AI is able to solve a problem, but the human touch is only people like you and me are the ones who can bring a lot of human touch into every game to make sure there's a lot of concern. We are keeping in mind that the end user is also another human being, and we need to make sure what kind of a solution we are providing is coming out of a human ultimately. So while an AI might follow a pattern, it will be really important for us as human beings to be able to come up with some kind of a solution for people. Another important skill will be creativity and storytelling. Now, AI can only assist, right? But original ideas and emotional connections will ultimately win the discussion. When you are in a meeting where you might have prepared some notes out of an AI, but ultimately what will flow out on the meeting will be your experience, your own personal story, or some kind of a previous past experience that you want to bring on the table in the form of storytelling. Now, storytelling is one of the most beautiful ways of being able to communicate your thought across to a customer or a thought across to a friend or a family member, because for some reason storytelling has a way of relaxing the other person in that moment and getting their complete attention, because they realize it is on a neutral ground that you're talking something in a beautiful way and it captures attention. And AI will not be able to give you stories, guys, because an AI is structured in a very mathematical fashion. Another very, very important skill, which is going to be the need of the hour as we move forward and can be a skill that one can start working on by 2030, is going to be emotional intelligence. And with emotional intelligence comes leadership. So it will be important that all leaders have this emotional intelligence in place, because AI will not replace understanding of human relationships and motivation. If you have to really motivate somebody, it will be so much more powerful when one human is doing it for another human being rather than an AI doing it in the seclusion of a room or in front of a laptop with the help of ChatGPT. These are some of the skills that you can work towards by 2030. Now, how do you stay ahead in this game? This is an important question, and I hope you are already asking yourselves. I hope you are already talking about this with your children, and I hope they are already understanding that the whole world is shifting very, very fast. For younger generation who are still in school, you are going to see such a fast forward world. I mean, my heart goes out to all the students who are seeing massive changes, massive disruption happening in the education space, happening in the workspace. It will be important for us to figure out a way to stay ahead. It's one of the most important things would be that we need to start learning how to use AI as a tool and not a replacement. So AI does not replace anything, guys. AI is only going to replace effort. And that is why AI was brought into picture. Now, when we moved from a manual car to an automatic car, we brought in automation into the car. For example, today you have the cruise driving happening in the car where you don't have to do anything. The car also brakes automatically 100 meters, 200 meters out from the car in front. So it doesn't mean that it is going to replace a driver. It just means that life is going to just become a little more efficient, a little more easier. You can start focusing on so many other things that you can work out. Figure out a way to master AI tool which you need to use at workplace. An important thing to do will also be to develop a unique skill stack combining AI and human creativity. There is going to be AI-powered tools that you should start learning now. So if you want to stay competitive and you want to start mastering these AI tools, there are some tools that I really want to talk to you about. And these could be really helpful as you go into your workspace for enhanced productivity and automation in your workspaces. Number one AI that you definitely need to consider is ChatGPT and Bard. These could be really great tools for you to figure out how you can go about creating great content and how you can go about doing any kind of a research using this kind of platform. Until few months back when ChatGPT was not live, and we are in a great spot now, ChatGPT can literally give you links to certain web pages which will directly take you to the solution, and you save so much of time than searching on the net. Those are the times that you realize that ChatGPT was not here to take away our jobs, but to help us get better at our jobs. Also, there are some tools like Notion AI and Zapier which is going to be helpful for work automation. Also, platforms like 11 Labs or Descript. Now, these are basically AI voiceovers and podcasting editing. Now, I personally don't use it yet, but I do believe these are great platforms for anybody wanting to get started in a podcasting journey. There are also platforms like Riverside that I personally use, and I find it extremely helpful to do the recording. If any one of you is going into the recording space while you're recording a video or you're recording a voiceover, either ways, guys, there are amazing tools available online. They could be paid services, and very soon, as part of your monthly expenses, one part is that you need to get skilled about some things which are going to happen in the workspace. The other important thing is that you need to keep some budget aside for some of these tools, which are going to be a very, very important part of your life. Whether you like it or you don't, you will be using a lot of these tools as you move forward. So for business, if you are planning to set up a business or if you already have a business, so, content creation will be very, very important part. And for these, there are certain tools like Midjourney, like Dolly, and you can create AI generated design and art through these platforms. For any kind of a graphic design or branding, you can use platforms like Adobe Firefly and Canva. Canva also already has AI. A lot can be created on Canva, guys. It's an amazing tool. It's an amazing platform. Please go find time and start creating something. Start creating it for some kind of a presentation. Start creating some kind of a content for your children to make learning easy for them and on the go. Make them also get used to these kind of a platforms, because this is going to be the future. There could be many more types of Canva coming in as we move forward into the career spaces. There will be a lot coming in this platform. Platforms like Runway ML can be used for AI powered voice editing. This is another amazing feature which is happening. I can create introductory videos on my platforms across my websites with an AI powered voice, which is going to do a complete introduction based on the content I give, and it reads it out for me. Now, for any kind of data analytics or, data related analysis, you can also get into learning the Google Data Studio and also Power BI. Many of the big corporates already have Power BI as part of their learning curve because it is part of the Microsoft Office. But yes, if you are interested, that is also something you can start mastering, and which will help you read and analyze data sets. And it can also today, in fact, provide you AI-driven insights. Now, things like AutoGPT or Agent GPT are advanced automation and business intelligence tools that can be used by many people. And these are things that you can use, guys. I'm just, rattling out these names, and these are names that you can go back and do a little research and find out if that is for you. And start small, guys. It is all right. You don't have to achieve the 2030 goal tonight, and you can go easy, but get into that whole learning curve, figure out a way to have some amount of time dedicated to a lot of parts of your life. If you are ready to revamp your whole career landscape, if you're ready to go back on the drawing board and repaint the whole canvas of your life, then it will be really important for you to assess where you are at this point of time and where is it that you want to see yourself 5 years from now. The whole journey, the whole transformational journey is going to start now. It will have to start now, because next year will already be very, very late. Now, what is the goal? The goal is that you need to aim for at least 80% efficiency with AI tools in your field by 2025 to remain relevant and competitive. I say this to everyone. When a lot is going to be redefining our workspaces, depending on how large the companies are. And the larger these companies, the larger will be the requirement for you to adopt these things, right? But at the same time, guys, at any point of time, when they believe an AI will be able to do that job, your job could be at risk. So it will be important for you to stay ahead of the game, beat this AI in its own game, and figure out how you can get into the job market and understand how is it that you can not just build your own personal brand, but also learn along the way and figure out a way to stay afloat in spite of whatever is going to come our way. So instead of waiting for 2034 when jobs are going to be redundant, how about we start thinking as freelancers? How about we start thinking like entrepreneurs for the times ahead? Now, the important part in all of this, and I continue to say this, is going to be the mindset. And the mindset shift is going to redefine what kind of people will ultimately be hitting the job market, from AI resistant people to an AI mastery. Now, so the future belongs to those who are ultimately going to be able to use AI to multiply their productivity and not fear it. Now, we don't have time to actually even fear it. It's already on our face, and let's face it, guys, let's enjoy it while it is there, right? So we need to figure out a way to master our communication skills, our branding, personal branding, and also critical thinking skills. These are important. Learn AI can do a lot of that, but you will still require some kind of a critical thinking skills to be able to assess what is the output of AI. Now, as we are starting to use so much of ChatGPT and so much of artificial intelligence across these spaces, you will see there's a lot of content getting generated, but we are not reading it all because we believe artificial intelligence has created it and probably it is right. Now, that is where the human intervention comes into play, where you need to figure out a way to bring out your top thinking skills, your critical thinking skills, to be able to assess the problem and pinpoint what is it that you really want and for which audience. Whether you are in a boardroom presentation to a board of directors, or you are in a presentation for your team, or you are looking at some kind of a presentation for your customers. Either ways, critical thinking skills are going to be the need of the hour. There are ways in which you can develop it. There are many ways in which you can develop it. But to begin with, it will be important for you to get started on a learning spree. You need to start learning on the go. You need to figure out a way to consistently learn something every day related to AI or related to the next job that you're planning to take up to stay relevant in the job market. Now, you need to stay adaptable and you need to keep learning. How do you do that? Very, very difficult for people who have been in their jobs for 25 years, 20 years, 30 years. It's really difficult to be adaptable. It's really difficult. We become complacent. We become really comfortable. But when you know that there is a future where there will be no jobs and you think you need to be in the job market for at least 15 to 20 years to be able to take care of your families or to take care of your children, take care of your parents, whatever, you need to figure out a way to revamp everything you thought will be relevant in these days, because it's already starting to get irrelevant. And you must have noticed, while you are in a comfortable job and you are looking at that nice new job, you might be already facing that that job requires a certain level of skill, certain level of competency that you currently do not have. And I'm talking to a lot of people today in the job market, including students, and I find that this is amazing that what they thought they're going to get through these college degrees is not adding up, right? Because a college degree was only meant to make you learn and stay in a classroom setup where you are conditioning your brain to learn a lot, but you are not able to figure out a way to start implementing it. In an AI space, you will be able to learn, not just learn, but implement it much, much faster. The fastest learners are going to win in this game, and this is something I want to talk. Now, my last part of this episode is going to be, what is your take on AI going to be? Now, are you adapting or are you still resisting? You can start talking with me about this on comments. I'll be so happy to connect with you, reach out to you if there is anybody who wants to talk more about AI and what's going on in this AI space. Guys, I do believe I don't know it all yet. But yes, I'm taking up an AI mastery program, which is going to be starting in April next month sometime with Mindvalley. And I'm so looking forward to it. This is something, it has been on my mind for almost 1.5 years. I finally had the courage to take up this program. And this is going to be an ultimate learning experience, an ultimate learning curve for me, which I have been really looking forward to. And I will definitely going to share my learning with all of you. But I want you to stay ahead of the game and start moving. Guys, DM me on Insta, DM me on priya.rao on Instagram. If you are using AI in your work, I would love to hear what has your experience been so far. If you're using AI at work, tell me what are the kind of platforms that you're using, which many of us probably don't know because there is too much happening in the whole internet space. And I would like to definitely hear back from you about some of your key takeaways when you're doing it. By 2025, job market is going to favor AI-empowered professionals. Future billion-dollar companies are only going to have 3 employees and all 3 will be AI-enabled. Now, AI will be fully integrated by 2030, guys. And this is something you need to start preparing for, and you need to know into this integration is going to be spread across most industries, and adaptability will be the key skill that you need to develop. There are a few action steps I definitely want to give you before the end of this episode. Number 1 is going to be go and learn some AI tools and integrate them into your life. It doesn't matter which part of the world you are in, what you want to do. You can plan healthy menus. You can figure out a way of automation of your calendars. There are so many things you can do, right? So you need to start developing a high value human skill, which AI cannot replace, guys. And these will be things that you need to find out what would be those skills that you will need in the coming future. So let me quickly sum up today's key takeaways and key talking points. Now, to begin with, by 2025, the job market is going to favor only AI empowered professionals, guys. And it is important that we come up to pace with what is required from the job market. If this is where you want to be, if you want to be in a job market, this is a good time to start planning ahead of the game. By 2030, which is not really far out, AI will be fully integrated across most of the industries, and adaptability will be the key. Now, few action steps you need to have in place is number one, start learning AI tools. You can start enrolling into some of these AI programs and start learning what is the kind of new thing, new skill required, and how you can be ahead of the game, and how you can integrate them into your workflows. You can start automation of your emails. You can start planning ahead. You can start scheduling these, lot of your activities. Platforms like Airtable, it's a great platform. In this, you can automate everything in your workspace well ahead of time. You can have a whole content calendar in place 30 days in advance on your platform, which will be created by the AI, scheduled by the AI, and posted across the different multi social media platforms by the AI, guys. Imagine, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be either job replacement where somebody will be replaced, or somebody who is really adept at it can rule the roost, right? Please develop high value human skills. AI cannot replace that at any cost. So this will be important. One of the most important things about these human skills is going to be integrity, which is something we tend to forget. And last but not the least, guys, please focus on building a beautiful personal brand. Stand out in this crowded space. Let people know that you are not only future proof, but you are future ready for your career. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for logging in. And my name is Priya Rao, and thank you for joining the digital revolution. And I'm so grateful for your support. Thank you and wish you a great evening.